What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Dean's Controversy Boxing, man, coming to you guys today, man. Just want to pay tribute to all the boxers, man, that has gotten that ring and lost their lives, man, to entertain the fans, which is me and which is you. So without further ado, y'all do three things for me, man. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell for updates and notifications to the channel so that you won't miss my live streams. I will be live streaming pay-per-views or tell you where you can get them at, so you want those notifications. But let's go ahead and get this video going, man, and pay our tribute to the ones that lost their lives to entertain guys like me and you.
In the ring of sports, dozens of players have passed away during the play. But the boxing death ratio is more than in any other sport. In 1884, when the Mark of Queensberry rules applied to the world of boxing, it is estimated that over 500 boxers have passed away during the fight, and the death ratio is 13 every year. Now that is a massive number impossible to cover in this video, so we'll pick up a few young warriors who fought till their last. Let's stand up to honor these warriors. Number 9. Francisco Rodriguez. On comes Francisco Rodriguez, who was 25 years old when he passed away. His last fight was with the unbeatable Tion Kennedy on 22nd of November 2009. The bout was for the USBA Super Bantamweight title. In the 10th round, Francisco fell on the floor unconscious and was hurried to the hospital for emergency brain surgery. He died 2 hours after the incident. History. He was just an amateur boxer when he won 5 fights at Chicago Golden Gloves and then won the 2001 National Golden Gloves Championship. In 2005, he became a professional boxer, deadly known as El Nino Azteca, especially in Illinois, Chicago. When this young legend passed away, his organs were requested to be donated by Gift of Life donor, including kidneys, lungs, pancreas, and the heart. His family didn't hesitate to devote the warrior's organs.
With that one, a guy, like I say, it's a dangerous sport. It's a really dangerous sport, man. So sometimes you gotta go pay your tribute. Like those 2 boxers, man. Maybe make sure you go check those boxers out, man, and just kind of look at this guy. When you have some time or whatever. If that's your cup of tea. If not, okay, it's cool. But he died entertaining fans like us. But I'm not gonna drag it on. We got 8 more to go, so let's keep it moving.
Number 8. Roman Simakov. Roman Simakov was a Russian professional boxer born March 28, 1984. His final fight was with Sergey Kovalev on December 9, 2011.
Sergey Kovalev, that's the guy that Canelo just defeated. Not just defeated, maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, Canelo defeated him to unify the titles. Hell of a boxer.
For the title of WBC Asian. Roman was knocked out in the 6th round by Sergey. He was carried away from the ring on a stretcher. On the way to hospital, he fell into a coma and died 3 days after the fight. Simakov was only 27 when he passed away. History. In his short career, he participated in 22 fights and won over 19 matches. Roman Simakov was also a lightweight champion. Number 7. Patrick Day.
Now, Patrick Day, before I get started on him, this was like a recent fight. I mean, like last year, beginning of last year, something like that. Where this guy fought, man, and lost his life. And it opened my eyes to the danger of this fight. This guy here, Patrick Day, like I already known about different fighters that have died, but it kind of opened my eyes to the reality of what we look at as regular entertainment, but takes the lives of people like ourselves, man. So we have to pay tribute, man. But this guy Patrick Day was a hell of a fighter as well, man.
Here comes another young legend. Patrick Day was born on August 9th, 1992 in New York, USA. His very last fight was with Charles Conwell for the title of USBA Super Welterweight on October 12, 2019. He was knocked out in the 10th round. Patrick collapsed to the floor and was rushed to hospital, but he couldn't be revived from a traumatic brain injury he suffered and passed away after 4 days of the knockout. He was just 27 years old when he gave up on this world. Upon his death, the opponent, Charles Conwell, quoted said that he just wanted to win, and if he could take it all back, he would, and that no one deserves to die like this. History. Patrick Day had a bright history of wins. He won the New York Golden Gloves tournament in 2012 and was also known as the #1 amateur boxer in the United States in the under 152-pound division. With over 22 fights in his career, he won over 17 of them, and 6 fights with knockout and 6 fights by knockout and a single draw. Number 6. Randy Carver. Randy Carver was born December 3, 1974 in Kansas, U.S. Carver had his last fight with Kabari Salem in September 1999. In the early rounds, he was headbutted repeatedly in a bout filled with the foul. In the 10th round, Randy Carver was knocked off completely, but he...
That's the thing with these guys, man. Like, for instance, they go in the ring and they're boxing, they're fighting, man. And guys headbutting you, man, and headbutting you, really damaging you. And a lot of times they do it to win the fight or be slick fighters or throw an elbow or something like that real slick for the referee going to catch it. But at the same time, man, you could kill somebody and you are killing somebody. I think this guy, by him doing headbutts all around like that, I think he should maybe, I won't say get charged for murder because they sign papers that they don't, that they agree to get in there and fight. But if you're cheating to fight and you kill somebody, I think you should pay for that in some shape, form, or fashion, man. But I'm not a referee or a ring announcer or anybody like that, so. But I think that's the way it should go.
He still tried to get to his feet about 4 times, but his luck had run out already.
Damn.
He fell on the floor and was rushed to hospital. It was then, after 2 days, he died from blunt head trauma. History. Randy Carver was a super middleweight boxer. In 25 matches of his brief career, he won over 23 and 14 by knockout. He had only lost 1 match in his career and 1 by draw. This young athlete was an outstanding and brilliant boxer. He also had an amazing career and won National Gloves Light Middleweight Championship in 1993. Number 5. Anthony Jones. Anthony Jones was born in Detroit, USA. He was a master of the southpaw. He was only 28 years old when he passed away from this world. The bout was between Anthony Jones and Quincy Palmer in an event, the Benton Beatdown. Jones was knocked out in the 2nd round by Palmer. He collapsed to the floor and was rushed to hospital. But only a few hours later, he passed away. The report said he didn't die because of match injuries, but because of excessive potassium in his body. His excessive use of alcohol, tobacco, caffeine, and nutritional supplements caused his death. He also hadn't drunk sufficient water to compete with the normal physiological responses. History. Anthony Jones had a great amateur career, and by the fight he died, it was his 2nd professional heavyweight career bout. He had participated in 58 bouts in total, had won 44, lost 11, while the remaining 2 matches ended up in a draw. Number 4. Maxim Dadashev. Next up comes Maxim Dadashev, a Russian professional boxer born on September 30th, 1990 in Leningrad, Soviet Union. His final fight was with Subriel Matias for the IBF light welterweight title. Maxim was taking excessive punishment from Matias in the 11th round of the match. His trainer, Buddy McGirt, stopped the match saying, "Maxim is taking excessive damage." He was shouldered to get out of the ring, but he couldn't make it to his dressing room. He collapsed on the floor and vomited. Then he was rushed to the hospital and emergency surgery was performed. After that, Maxim Dadashiev was placed into a coma, but he died 4 days after the incident. He was 29 years old when he left this world. History. Maxim used to participate in the light welterweight division. He was deadly, known as Mad Max. The young boxer fought over 14 matches, losing only 1, while among these matches, he won 11 by knockout. He also had the WBC NABF light welterweight title just a year before his tragic death. Number 3. Michael Norgrove. Next up comes Michael Norgrove. He was born on January 9, 1981 in Kabwe, Zambia. He was fighting against Tom Bowen on March 28, 2013 and was doing just fine till the first 5 rounds. But in the 6th round, referee noticed Michael acting strangely without getting any severe hits. The referee stopped the bout and in just a moment, he fell to the floor. Norgrove was taken to hospital where emergency surgery was performed and died 9 days after the bout. He was 31 years old when he passed away. History. Michael Norgrove was nicknamed the Zambezi Hitman. His death was the first one in the history of the UK in the 21st century. He used to compete in the light middleweight division and had also won the Amateur Boxing Association's championship in 2009. Number 2. Mike Towell. Mike Towell was a Scottish professional boxer born in Dundee, Scotland on September 12, 1991. Just like every other boxer on the list, he also died from brain trauma just at the age of 25. The bout between Mike Towell and Dale Evans on September 29, 2016 was going just fine until the 4th round, but in the 5th round, several knockdowns caused him severe head injuries. After that, Towell was rushed to the hospital and taken for brain surgery, but due to bleeding in the brain, he died the next day. History. In his short career, he fought 13 matches and won 11 of them, including 8 by knockout. Upon his death, many professionals like Nathan Cleverly and Ricky Hatton posted their sorrows and condolences on social media. Number 1. Pedro Alcazar. On the final spot comes Pedro Alcazar, who was born August 29, 1975 in Zapayal, Panama, and died at the age of 26. The death of Pedro was the most tragic, more than Maxim's death. Pedro had a bout against Fernando Montiel on June 22, 2002 in Las Vegas, Nevada. After losing the bout, he was checked by the doctors at ringside and was declared healthy with no sign of any trauma. A day after the match, Alcazar collapsed on the floor of his hotel room and was taken to hospital, but couldn't be revived. The death of Pedro shocked the world of boxing because no other boxer was able to survive that long from the head trauma without any brain surgery. History. At just the age of 26, Alcazar had won over 25 fights of his 28 career matches, losing only a single match. This was all for today's video. May their young, brave souls rest in peace. If you enjoyed the video, press the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more. And hey, don't forget to share too.
Hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by, man, and take the time out to pay tribute, man, to these guys, man. They lost their life in the ring to entertain us. They can no longer be with their family, their children, their loved ones, missing holidays and different stuff like that because they've passed away on the entertainment purpose of us. And I'm not going to blame them completely on this. Of course, they wanted a good financial gain, so that's the reason you get into it. But the financial gain comes from guys like us that pays for the videos and that pays for these fights and tribute to this, so they do it for us as well, man. So I appreciate you guys stopping by, man. Y'all do those 3 things for me, man. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell for updates, notifications to the channel, man. And kind of let me know how you guys like the video, do what you don't like about the video, whatever, man, so I can make these things better for you guys. Like I say, man, take the time off, man. to pay tribute to these boxers lost their lives, and many more boxers that's not on here that lost their lives, man. And until next time, man, I appreciate you guys stopping by again. This is your boy Dean's Controversial Boxing, man, and I'm out. Peace.